Yes, welcome back to the Sports Show. You know, Baz, every now and then you get some superstars in your presence and you're almost a little bit apprehensive about what question you can even ask them. Yeah. Our next couple of guests, mate, got a couple of gold medals amongst them, and they've got some superstars. We talk about Peter Bishop, the coach at SASS, who was head coach of the Olympic Tokyo, what do they call it, cycle into Tokyo. Pete, really appreciate you coming in, mate.
Thank you. Great
of course,
to be here.
Britt, we've had on before. She's got a couple of gold medals too, mate. So we're having a gold medal moment amongst ourselves, and I dislike both of them because I could never get one. But hey, let's start with you, Pete. What drew you to swimming, mate?
Mate, I swam as a junior, and then, to be honest, I finished school and was looking to get some money and got into teaching, and was doing physio and also swim teaching, and just loved combining both of those, and luckily enough got into more coaching off of that teaching level. So I've been involved pretty much since I was 6 all the way through to now 52. So
mate, Norwood, was that where you first
yeah, it was, yeah. So
coaching?
Pretty much started there, straight out of school, teaching, and then actually one of the coaches sort of left fairly early in my days of teaching there, and they asked me to be a standing coach, and then so I started coaching at a really young age there. And but I think being able to teach young kids and adults and doing the whole lot was a great journey for me, and studying physiotherapy at the same time was a really great combination for me.
But there's been a big shift in coaching, certainly in the AFL and other teams that I've been working with, and they're really starting to look at the coaches that've got a teaching background, because they think it's a great road into being able to teach. Do you think it's undersold that teachers can be good coaches? Yeah,
I definitely believe that. You got to love being around those young people, and you got to love teaching them. And I think that's a key ingredient. If you don't enjoy that, you can have the passion to be really great and inspire to be the really fantastic and get amazing results. But unless you really enjoy the part of teaching, then I definitely think it's a key asset.
One of the most flattering things I suspect is when you have people travelling around the country just to be coached by you. So, they're not necessarily from here or whatever, but Britt, I was reading your bio. You came down to Adelaide to work with Peter. Why was that? Why did you choose that?
He's a bit of a legend. No, I had a lot to do with Bish on the Australian team, so he wasn't my coach, but he was a coach on the swim team, and I think, we travel for a few months at a time each year to the major swim meet, and Bish was always up and about, and I just loved his energy. And then he had quite good success with Kyle in the 100 freestyle, which was also my event, and I was at a point in my career where I needed a bit of a change, and sort of coming towards the end of my career, just needed a fresh start, and reached out to Bish and asked if he would want to coach me, and he welcomed me to Adelaide, and I'm not swimming now, but our journey was a bit short because I was probably ready to finish up before I even moved here, to be honest. But gave it a red hot crack, and we had a great year working together, and I honestly wished that I found Bish sooner. But I was probably a bit too far gone and ready for life after swimming already.
And you're still in Adelaide?
Fell in love with Adelaide. So at this point I'm staying here, and we'll see what happens.
Just one question. Was there any truth to that you went to work with Bish because he's a good dancer? Because a lot of the coaches, when they're athletes, win are pretty ordinary dancers. Is Bish a better dancer than what we saw in Tokyo?
Look, he's cracked a few moves poolside. When we used to go on training camps up to Darwin, he liked getting the shirt off and panning up while we were swimming along. So that was always fun. No, Bish was lighthearted, and I think anytime you can make a high performance environment lighthearted, I think is a good way to be, and that's Bish's coaching style. And just wish I kind of found it a bit sooner, but grateful for the year that we had together as a coach athlete. But as you can see, I've been finished for 2 years now, and we still have a great relationship, and I reach out to him from time to time and vice versa, and he checks in with how I'm going. So it's a care as a person rather than just an athlete as well for Bish.
Peter, you must have had some unbelievable highs. I was looking at your bio this morning. I was But just to read the names, including Britt here, that you've handled, Matt Caldry and Cole Chalmers, you've got some unbelievable highs in your career so far.
Yeah, no, I've been lucky, and I think it's when you get athletes that are driven and passionate about what they do, and combined with what we offer here in South Australia, we've got a great facility, we've got a great team around us. That when you can get the most out of your athletes, it's really rewarding, and sometimes that means getting on that Olympic team or Paralympic team and winning medals, and sometimes it's becoming Australian champion and maybe not getting to that next level. But I really believe we've got a structure here that really helps people drive to become their best.
Do you have a moment? Have you got a moment that you go, wow, how good is this? There's got to be, you'd have a few.
Yeah,
no
I
doubt.
definitely have a few. I think, Kyle actually winning the 100 freestyle in 2016 was awesome. But even this year, for me, it was, I was really emotional this year after he won the silver, because I'd just known what he'd gone through in the last 5 years, and the battle just to get him to, we were in February and he couldn't swim in February because of his shoulder, and it just, the battle that it's been to get in there, and you have to hold it together for the whole time, the whole team, you're there, and then when he finally won the silver medal, it was like, Jesus, we actually did that. And so that was an amazing moment, and quite emotional.
Hey Bish, I'm interested in that. I spoke to Chris Fagan earlier this week. Obviously they got knocked out of the finals, and I said to him, mate, I reckon you've had a better year this year than you had last year. And because of the adversities they've had to go through, injuries, COVID, and different situations, for you, do you think Kyle swam better, even though he got the silver? Do you think there was more in it than? I know gold is automatically go. He won gold. That's better. But do you reckon he actually swam better?
Well, I think it's certainly such a different prep for him. Coming in with no pressure, no expectation in that 2016 one. No one was looking at him to. The constant reminder, you're Olympic champion for 5 years, and to actually swim half a second faster, to be in the Olympic final and swim your best times, your lifetime best in 2016, and to do another lifetime best in 2021 with the struggle. It was certainly an amazing
It's pretty
performance.
phenomenal, isn't it? What draws an athlete like Britt to you? She comes to you and says, hey, I want to come down and swim with you. Have you had the athletes where you've gone, it's not going to work, we don't match up?
Yeah, I think you always, when there's an opportunity to get a great athlete like Britt, Britt had been world short course champion, Olympic gold medalist, you always go, well, can I add value? Am I going to be able to help this athlete? And I felt like we could do something really together. I think sometimes you go, I'm not sure I can do anything more for this athlete. I think but we really, with Britt, we really thought we could do something, and it was a great opportunity.
As the coach of the Australian team, if you like, we mentioned to Britt when we had Britt in that the swimming sets the tone because they're first. They're the first thing you see at the Olympics. We see, the swimmers, here they go. Here's a few gold. We anticipate gold. We think about it a bit, but they set the tone for everybody, all the athletes, because they're all there. Here we are, waiting. Boom, off we go. And our swimmers are the ones that are out there doing it. Is that part of your prep? You talk to the swimmers about that? Because it is a lot of pressure on our swim team.
Yeah, look, I think we try and just work on the process. We can't control anyone else. We'll just talk about what we need to do to get the best out of each athlete, and knowing the athlete really well. What do they need at this moment? Are they getting a little bit anxious? Are they, a little bit too worried about other things? And being able to give them what they need. And it's really important if you build those good relationships. You can just sense this is what this person needs. Sometimes it might be having a crack at them because they just need to be reset. Other times it's whatever it need to be to get them into the right zone to be able to execute what they need to get the best performance. But we know that swimming, is a sport that everyone loves in Australia, especially when we're going well. And we had some really good performances at trials. And it was always changing. We were supposed to be in a camp in Townsville. All of a sudden, COVID came there. We had to zip over to Cairns, and then even on the way back home, we were in Howard Springs, and next minute Darwin gets into lockdown because of COVID.
Britt, has he ever given you a bit of a serve, a little bit of a payout?
Yeah. Oh, I think as he said, each athlete is different, and getting to know the individual. I think I came to Bish at towards the end of my career. So at that point, you're treated a bit more like an adult. And for Bish and I like to talk things through. So yeah, when it was coming up to the point of, oh, do I want to keep swimming or not? We sat down and had a few really tough conversations with each other to see if it's what I actually really wanted, or if he obviously felt he could get more out of me, but then I was there being like, I don't think I have any more left in me. I was just kind of a bit emotionally exhausted at that point. And I think each coach-athlete relationship is different, and I'd had other coaches within my career, but yeah, it's like any relationship, you've got to work at it and find what works for both of you to make it positive and to bring the best out of each other, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we need to get to a break. We're going to do a part 2, follow on for next week, so stay with us.